So we're gonna get into the Western Conference now.
It's gonna be a lot more exciting.
Yeah, crazy stuff.
Maybe.
I don't know. It'll be interesting.
Maybe.
I think there's
second round will be a lot better.
Yeah.
In the West.
Yeah, first round will be good in the East.
Just because of possible upsets.
Yeah.
That's true.
Second round will be tough in the West.
Yeah.
We'll jump into it. First one, Houston, Minnesota. First off, super excited that Minnesota got in.
Yeah, good.
I was excited that they got in over Denver. I wanted Minnesota in there, and so good for them finally making it.
Yeah, but they're not really going
sorry,
anywhere.
Minnesota, you're facing the best
Good
team.
job, Minnesota, but sucks for you at the same time.
You're facing the Houston Rockets. No big deal. Playing amazing basketball. What do you think?
Houston in 4.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't win. Minnesota didn't beat Houston at all this year. They haven't actually beat Houston since January 11th of last season. So,
yeah.
I mean, yeah, they got Jimmy Butler this year, but Karl Anthony Towns playing great. But Houston's playing in a different realm. It's like Golden State the last couple of years. Golden State's like in a different realm than everybody else. And that's how Houston's playing this year.
Yeah.
So
I mean, let's talk for a moment, just real quick. What a great pickup Chris Paul was for Houston. Even though I can't stand Chris Paul, I think he's the reason they're at this point where they've just dominated.
Oh, I mean, let's be honest. It's going to be interesting to see in the future, like conference finals for Houston, because James Harden's postseason performance last year, terrible.
Yeah.
Right? We're all just going to put that out there. It was bad. Chris Paul has never made it to the conference finals. James Harden made it, but that's when he was on OKC with Durant and Westbrook.
Mm-hmm.
They played LeBron in the finals. So, honestly, both of them aren't very hot come playoff time.
Mm-hmm. But they've always been
now,
really good regular season players.
But yeah, they can perform incredibly. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of funny because both of them are like, hey, we can't win in the playoffs. Let's hook up, But they play phenomenal. I'm excited to see them. If it came down to them and the Warriors, I would hope that Houston would beat them because I'm sick of Golden State winning. And I can't stand Green and Durant. And anyway, different time. But, yeah, Houston in 4.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you on that one. I'm going to say Houston in 4.
Agreed.
I just think, I don't know, Houston's just incredible right now, and I don't think Minnesota will be able to face them. So.
Yeah.
Next one, though, this one, we'll see if it could, I don't know, right? Injuries. Golden State Spurs.
Golden State Spurs. I was always hoping that Kawhi would come back all of a sudden in the playoffs, and they're like, hey, Kawhi's out game 1. So I'm like, was it possible for game 2? But I don't know, though, the whole season they might say, hey, he's out for game 2, game 3, I don't know.
Yeah.
It'll be down to LaMarcus Aldridge, it really will. I mean, he's been their best offensive player all year for the Spurs. Mm-hmm. If they stop LaMarcus Aldridge, I just don't see them coming. Golden State's 3-1 against them this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, no Steph Curry. But honestly, you got Kevin Durant.
Well, you just look at the lineups, right? We're talking about player matchups here. The only person that I look at that's an immediate threat is LaMarcus Aldridge, right? With the Spurs. I mean, who's the next one? Patty Mills, right? No. He's not.
Patty Mills. You got Danny Green.
Mm-hmm.
Washed up Pau Gasol, washed up Tony Parker, which have both had great careers, but now this time they're not the same as they used to. Ginobili's been kind of playing well, and Rudy Gay is on the team, but it's just not enough firepower, young studded firepower to take out.
Yeah.
Golden State.
With that in mind, though, I would have loved to see San Antonio come out and beat Golden State. I just don't think it's going to happen, and so I think that's our next 4-0 that I'm guessing.
Really?
I am. With a potential, with a maybe a game 5, right?
Make your pick, dude.
I don't know.
Make your pick. I ain't picking no, you pick.
A punishment lies upon this. I believe Pop has the ability to get at least one win against Golden State in these playoffs. So I'm going to say Game 5.
Game 5.
Golden State.
Golden State Game 5.
Mm-hmm.
That was going to be my pick, but I'm thinking differently now. Can Spurs take 2 games from Golden State?
Good.
What the heck, I'll do it.
Game 6?
I'm doing it. Spurs take 2 games, so Golden State in 6.
Okay.
You take 5, I take 6.
I think both of those are legit.
I think they're legit.
They're possible.
I think they'll do better at home.
Normally do. They're a good home team.
Yeah, they're a good home team. We're going to have to figure out how to get LaMarcus Aldridge going. If he drops 25 to 30 night, I see them beating Golden State. If he drops that, I see them beating Golden State in games, not series, just games. If he can drop about 30 a night, which is a big task to ask in the playoffs if you have to drop 30 a night. But
yeah, especially against the blistering Golden State Warriors.
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
especially against Golden State.
But it'll be a good series, though. I'm excited for it.
It'll be good.
Yeah.
These 2, Houston, Minnesota, Golden State, Spurs, it's kind of just like, they're going to win.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if Spurs had Kawhi, obviously, it'd be awesome if that matchups and if Steph was out, but obviously he's complaining and not playing, so.
Yeah. But we'll see. As far as the next few matchups, I think they're going to be pretty good ones. So stay tuned. We'll be back to talk about those.